already knew that wasn't the one.
All right, chat. We need a 5-letter word that has an E in the second slot and a V in the third slot. Can anyone help us?
God damn it! You're gonna get them in on the Wordle.
Hey everyone, welcome to the
back,
stream.
everybody.
By the way, never we know that there's not a second E.
I tried never. That was a good guess.
We are playing PowerWash Simulator today after a brief issue with my internet. Had to factory reset the modem. If you like what you see here, consider subscribing, join our Discord, and check us out on YouTube. All is fantasy sauce. Everything is fantasy sauce. Consume fantasy sauce. This is why I don't do Wordle, by the way. This shit is
Weevil? W-E-V-I... Weevil... Hang on.
That's a lot of new letters that we haven't tried yet.
Weevil's 2 E's. I'm stupid.
Oh. Does it have to be a word? Can you just put nonsense letters in there to learn something?
I think you can.
Throw an S somewhere. Throw a T somewhere. Let's get some common letters and worked out. If we could show you what we're doing, we would.
I'm gonna try shins. No, wait. Shibs. No. Shib. I want to make sure all the letters are unique. Shibo. Is that, are any of these in there? It's not on the word list. You can't put gibberish.
Damn it.
Beans. Jim Jams.
Sever.
I tried sever. No, sever wouldn't work because the E, there's no E and R in the third, fourth, fifth. We're getting off track. I'm gonna stop thinking about Wordle for a minute. I'm so sorry.
You'll get the answer as soon as you stop thinking about it. All right, let's. Why don't we get into it? YouTube's got an interesting intro for this one.
They can hear me talking about. I see Yodi's playing Helldivers. Nice. Democracy friend for Super Earth. I've been playing so much Helldivers lately.
You know,
I got so much.
I watched a video on the like. It's that video that basically everyone gets recommended where there's a firearms specialist and he's reacting and reviewing or whatever the guns in video games. But
no, we don't get it. Not everyone gets that.
Wait, really? That's just me. He's the like curator of the Royal Armory in Britain or whatever. Anyways, the and I was like, there's some really good accuracy to like the gunplay, like stuff outside of actually firing guns that that has me intrigued about the game all of a sudden. I'm in the game. It's open. Should be able to join in.
There it goes. Oh, it says I'm your assistant. That's garbage. It's a scam. Fuck the church.
Hooray!
What game are we talking about? We're talking about Helldivers 2. I've been playing so much of that. I've got so much to talk about today.
Hey Don, by the way.
Hey,
also,
Don.
you've got a mute icon beside you, and are you using the closed captions that I worked so hard to set up? Why are our names in the bottom left? Those weren't there before.
What do you mean our names are on the bottom left? What are you talking about?
Hold on, speak. Wait, no, I can just switch. Yeah, it's in the bottom left of your screen too.
What do you mean our names are in the bottom? What are you talking about?
Look on your screen.
Oh yeah, there it is. I thought you meant the stream overlay.
No.
Oh yeah, Don can hear us.
Don, that's a thing that you can just change in your chat settings. It's super great for people who might be stepping away from the stream or only like listening to it or something like that, or who have some form of communication blocker. So I really like it. Gotta say, pretty cool idea. But if you don't want that on there, you can remove it in your just in the little chat settings option. Why? Oh why? Can I turn that off? Please let me turn that off. Game, are you gonna? I don't think it's gonna let me turn it off. Uh-oh. Is that just an update thing? Did they update and that's what happened? God damn it. I gotta move the chat. Alright, hang on. Hold on, chat. So everyone hold on. I gotta move you.
Ah, beans. Whoa. Yeah, just put them above the crouch button on the put them, you know what? Put them above us. And put yourself over the crouch button.
No, I got a spot for them. It just goes right here.
Oh, okay, there you go. That's not bad. So I've got a lot to talk about today. Who's excited to hear about me bitch and moan?
Oh, good. Is it about your trip to the pharmacy?
No.
Did they have the itch cream in stock?
I'll kill you. For my HRT, thank you. Anyway, the itch is unmedicated. You don't have to worry about it. But no, I went to the pharmacy to, well, no, that's one of the things. Let me go over with you the hellscape.
All right. Hey, PowerWash while you talk.
Oh, but I wanted to talk. Okay, wait. Before I do, then I made a little estrogen, and with an exclamation part next to it.
What? Oh. You
put the B on it.
You made a I can't think of another term other than titty skill. God damn it.
Feminem.
That's it. Yeah. I had such a visceral reaction when I first heard that term.
Was it like a laughing?
No.
Oh.
It was like an that's incredibly irreverent.
Look, you gotta understand about trans people. Lots of trans people are incredibly irreverent people.
I mean, sure, but it also like has a bit of a like disregard for the fact that pills are frequently consumed by children because they think they're candy.
Well, yeah.
Which is a serious problem. Secure your medications.
Secure your medications, especially around your children. Anyway, I want to talk about things in hopefully a chronological order. So, I started a new position recently, and it's really good. It's really good. Love it. I do far less work, and
you get paid way more.
And I do get paid way more. I do far less work. I get paid way more, and it's far less regulated, which is pretty great.
No.
There is, but problem. So, I've been trying to gain access to this government portal that I need to be able to access for part of my job. And it has an outside verification thing where basically they use a major credit company, like one of the big 3 FICO companies in the U.S. to.
Yes, we all know what those are.
So it basically, there's 3 big credit companies in the U.S. that keep watch of everyone's credit scores. That's how credit scores work. And the government uses one of them. They basically contact one of them to verify who I am before they'll let me use the portal. And so yesterday, I decided I needed to get on there and to get on that. And with the help of my trainer, I managed to fail all 3 attempts to verify myself. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. And she's like, yeah, that is really weird. Because at first, like, she was like, yeah, you can go ahead and use your attempts. I'm sure it'll clear up. And then I used up all my attempts and I got locked out. And like, cool, now I have to call the credit company. I'm like, okay.
Oh, no.
And my trainer's like profusely apologizing. I'm sorry, I didn't know. It's like, it's okay. I'm sure it'll just be one phone call. Little did I know that was suffering would await. I call the credit company to do an over-the-phone verification. I give them all my information, and they're like, cool. After they give them information, it's like, we're sorry, we can't verify you. I'm like, excuse me? Like, you can't do the verification over the phone. You got to call the help desk for that program you're trying to use. And I'm like, okay, do you have the number for them? And like, no, they all have different numbers. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Thanks, I
guess.
Hang up.
Yeah, thanks, I guess. I hang up. And I tell my trainer, yeah, no, they didn't help me. I have to call the tier 1 help desk. Apparently, so at first I thought, oh, they mean my IT team. Maybe I have to contact them to do like a verification or something. I didn't understand what they meant, but in reality, they meant for me to call the IT team that handles the programs. Yes.
Yeah.
So I called my IT team, realized I fucked up, called the government board, and I did that. And then I was like, cool, here's all my information. I have anything you need. I have all of my documents, and I'm ready to do it. I lied, though. I don't have all my documents. My birth certificate is currently missing because it is currently being used to get my passport. But that doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter yet. For reasons.
Is that why it's failing? Is it failing because they know you don't have a birth certificate, so they think you're lying?
No. It's not that. Thank God. I'm pretty sure I've got a copy of my birth certificate, like as a picture somewhere. So if they need information on that, that'd be available. But that's not the problem.
Which we definitely don't recommend due to security problems.
Yeah. Anyway, so I called their help desk and I'm like, hey, here's all the information. And they're like, cool, we'll try this. And they're like, okay, well, we failed to verify you. And you're gonna need to go to a notary.
Oh,
you need to take your document and you need to verify who you are with the notary. I'm like, why? I just gave you my information. I gave them the information. And they're like, nope, you gotta go to the notary. And so I'm like, fine. So I had to print out this form they gave me, which I had to go to the library to do. Then I walked from the library to the bank.
I'm so sorry
the library
for your
would
loss. You had to go to a library.
I love the library. I didn't like the library in that state. But that wasn't the library's fault.
Oh.
So I printed out my forms at the library. I also rechecked out a book while I was there because one of my partners, I have a book checked out for them. I'm like, cool. And I was like, from there, I walked from the library to the bank. And I talked to their public notary. And I'm like, hey, I need to have this notarized. And they said you're the only people around who could probably do it for me. And they're like, sure. No charge or anything. I'm like, yes, this will definitely be taken care of. I got fingerprinted. I got my documents all looked over, and the public notary's like, hey, these all look in order. Great. I'm going to sign that I notarized for you. These are all valid. And she put down all the information on the form I gave her, and she's like, yep, this looks good. They were even kind enough to digitalize the document for me. Yeah, digitize. They scanned the document for me, and they sent it to my private email. Yes, excellent.
Hooray, that's so nice of them.
I get home, I follow all the instructions, I encrypt the document, and I send it off to the program. I'm like, excellent. By the time I had to buy Microsoft Suite because they won't let you encrypt it unless you have Microsoft Suite. And I don't buy Microsoft Suite because I think it's fucking stupid to pay money for that. I should be able to buy it once. I should not have to pay a month-to-month fee. Anyway.
Well, older versions you can.
I know older versions I can, but I don't.
Though they are quite expensive.
Yes, I know. Anyway, I had to pay $7, which I'm going to not pay again. Until I need to do this exact thing again. Anyway, I pretty much was like, okay, this has to be done, right? So I go to sleep. Or I spend the rest of my evening in bliss. And
blissful ignorance.
Blissful ignorance, not thinking about the problem. And I go to sleep. And then I wake up. and I'm getting started. I'm getting ready to go to work. I'm doing all the stuff, getting all my computer program set up. Minutes before I start my shift, I get an email. We could not verify you with this. The manual verification did not work. I'm like, what are you talking about? And they, in the email, said, please provide us your phone number and a time in which we may call you. I'm like, why can't I just call you? Just give me a phone number. I'll call you right away. I can have this done in a minute. I'm like, okay.
I can understand that part, and there might be a potential worry or just like a process protection where they don't want people potentially spoofing phone numbers. So them calling you means that they definitely are going to the right phone number, and so the phone number's legit.
I suppose that's completely fair. It is a lot of bullshit on top of bullshit, but I can understand the why. It is still bullshit though.
Yeah.
Going back to it, I send them my phone number again. I email them. You can call me anytime, and I'll let my trainer know. Hey, they're going to be calling me sometime today, probably. Which they did. They called me again, and I said, hey, what's going on? I did all the things you said, and it's still failing. What's going on? And they said, well, according to this, the major credit company that we're trying to verify you against it has different information.
Oh.
What are you talking about? So, necessary backstory, I've moved a couple of times over the past 2 years.
Right.
I've had to, because I'll explain this here. I was in a really bad living situation. It was really dangerous for my health and my safety, so I had to move. And I moved once before that, and I moved once after that. So I've moved about 4 times or so in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
The credit company has no idea what my address is. In fact, they have 3 addresses for me.
Right.
And none of them are the correct one at which I currently live. And so the government program person that I'm speaking to on the phone is like, okay, you need to call them and you need to set up a dispute. You need to tell them that's not your address and you need to get that done. I'm like, do I have to? I mean, I don't know what else. Do I really have to? I'm like, well, we can try a couple more addresses. You get 3 more attempts now that you've done this step. I'm like, okay, I guess. And we tried a few more times with the 3 different addresses they had on my file from the card company or the credit company.
Mm-hmm.
And they all didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Which is infuriating.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, fine. Jesus, I'll set up a dispute. And so I call the credit company back again. Mind you, this is about the 7th or 8th call I've had to do for this very problem.
Right.
Not to mention the amount of time I've had to walk. So it's very fun. Very good time. I talked to them and like, cool. I need to get this verified. I have all the information you need. I just need you to make sure you have 1 address on file for me, and it's going to be this address. And they're like, well, we can't change what addresses are on your credit card file because people report that to us.
Yeah, that has to be your bank that reports that to them.
No, it's any company who reports me.
Oh.
They have to stop reporting me. They have to send it into the credit companies that I don't live at those addresses. That is not my bank's ability to do that. That is only within the people who report me. And then if they're reporting me that way, I have to tell them, no, I no longer live at this address. Which is horseshit. It's very stupid. American credit laws are very stupid.
I'm pretty sure it's
anyway.
relatively similar here, but I've never had to use a credit company to get a verification. Yeah,
it's a stupid FICO thing, and it's incredibly annoying. I'm like, so I'm like, okay, I will set up a dispute. They asked me to send in a couple documents to them. I'm like, fine, I will send you a copy of my ID, and I will send you a bank statement with my address on it. And so I did. Mm-hmm. And I sent that in, and I called them again because they wouldn't let me do it over the phone because I had to go and submit the documents, and they don't want you hanging on the phone for too long. So I called them another time. I'm like, okay, I submitted the documents you wanted. Can you please expedite this? And they said no. This will be 3 to 5 business days.
Whoa.
And I'm like, why? You have the documents, don't you? And it's like, well, actually, it takes about 24 to 72 hours for anybody who sends us documents through that portal for us to hit their system. And once we receive them, we need 3 to 5 business days. So I'm like, so what you're saying is it's not even 3 to 5 business days from the moment I send it in. It's 3 to 5 business days to the moment you say you get them. And they're like, yes. I'm like, okay. Hang up the phone. I cry.
I'm gonna intercept this for a second and just say, as somebody,
this is the last part of the story.
What?
This is the last part of the story.
I know. Let me just so it's relevant.
Okay, go ahead.
As a semi call center employee, not really, but I gotta respect the balls on whoever made the decision to let the call center employee straight up tell somebody, no, we will not expedite it. Like, that's wow.
I will say I am truncating a little bit. They say, I'm sorry, we cannot.
Okay. Even still, it's like usually the politically correct response is like, we will complete it as fast as we can, not to worry, even though like behind the scenes you're definitely not expediting it. You just tell people, yeah, we'll do it as fast as we can. But wow. All right, sorry, keep going.
So essentially, I got off the phone and I let my trainer know. I was like, okay. And my trainers are, by the way, I've had 2 trainers up to this point because one of my first trainer is currently out on bereavement, which I don't want to, and so I'm not burdening them with this situation. But my new trainer, I've told them all of this, and they're like, "What the hell is going on for you?" And I'm like, "I don't know." We're laughing about it, but I'm secretly inside, I'm crying. Because she knows it's kind of a stupid situation, and basically what we're gonna do is they're gonna train me without using the program for now. So like if I'm gonna do the step that needs the program, then they're gonna screen share it and let me just see with the program from their screen. Mind you, the program that I need to use this, it's an important part of our process. It is literally one step. It is not a multi-step thing. I literally look it up, I check 2 boxes on that program, and I compare one number, just one. And then I'm saying, okay, these numbers match. That's all I need.
These are numbers.
These are numbers, and they match. That's literally all I need to do for that program. That's the only reason I need to open that program. Don't need it for anything else. But to apparently gain access to this portal, this government portal, I need to sacrifice a baby lamb and appease 3 gods. Go on a quest, a life quest, to seek the powers
top of the tallest mountain.
To the top of the tallest mountain, surrounded by the deepest ravine.
And slay the bank dragon that lives up there.
Yeah.
I gotta say this is not. I actually have a lot of sympathy for you because then this is not something that I haven't experienced before, though not in these specific details. Can I
give you a little more?
Yeah, go ahead. Give us as much as you want.
As you have.
This is great.
To top off, because part of that conversation was today. That last part of the conversation was happening today. So I'm still fresh from that. And then I realized I'm pretty low on my HRT, and my pharmacy was like, cool, you got stuff. I go to the pharmacy to go get my meds, and they fuck it up.
Oh no.
So I have to sit there for like 30 minutes while they put more pills in another bottle because they forgot to fill some of my HRT.
Did they not realize that you were already at the maximum of the bullshit that you could handle today?
No, and it wasn't mean to them. I wasn't rude. I would have liked to have been, if I'm honest, but I don't like to be mean to people, especially people who work in retail.
I mean, it is their job to like make sure that to not give people bullshit when they're at the maximum bullshit that they can handle. So, I mean, it's kind of on them.
I know, but the thing is that they're giving me drugs I need. I don't want to get them mad at me.
Why did you say drugs that way?
Drugs? Anyway, And then
Drugs.
the cherry on the shit cake.
Oh no.
The final straw. Okay. I'm at my pharmacy. It's at a major supermarket. I'm not telling anybody where it is. It's imagine supermarket USA. I'm at that.
It's at Shoppers Drug Mart.
Shoppers Drug Mart.
A Canadian-run drugstore.
In America, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I go outside because I'm like, cool. I'm gonna call a cab really quickly. I'm not gonna walk home after walking there, because I walk everywhere. I don't have a car. I go outside. I look up. The sky opens up, and it starts pissing rain. Absolutely floods rain. I'm talking, like it's California. And the floodgates just suddenly opened in Southern California, where the rain just doesn't stop for like an hour. It pisses rain, and I'm staring up like, fuck me sideways.
Well, indeed, Emily. Thank you for the resub.
Hey, thank you, Emmy. I appreciate that. Hey, I'm just getting through some of my story. It's very great. So it starts pissing rain, and I'm like, okay. Okay. Because it's pissing rain, I'm like, I'm just gonna call a cab. Fuck it. I'm already running late for the stream. I call the cab company. They said they're gonna be here about 30 minutes. I'm like, okay. If they come on time, I'll make it to stream on time. They did not come on time.
No.
They said they'd be there about 30 minutes. I'm like, okay. 40 minutes rolls by. Nothing. 45. Nothing. I try calling them. No answer. I'm like, fuck. So I call an Uber. Thankfully, for the first time in ages, an Uber is readily available.
Right.
I'm like, yes. Something. Anything. I take my Uber home. I leave my phone in my pocket on buzzer. Or on vibrate. I didn't realize it, but I wasn't feeling the vibration as the cab guy calls me 5 times. As I leave, they show up. And that is the end of my story. I make it home.
The phrase "when it rains, it pours" really doesn't usually apply to the weather.
Yeah, they gave me meds in a paper bag. They did. Exactly. I asked them, do you happen to have an overprotective plastic bag? Because some pharmacies will still give you a plastic bag. They said, no, this Walmart no longer does bags. Like they do the little paper bags at the pharmacy, but they do not even do brown bags to bag your groceries anymore. If you want your groceries bagged, you have to buy a tote. You have to buy like a tote bag, or you have to bring your own tote bag at that Walmart. It's so annoying. It's so annoying thinking about that too now. That brought another level of annoyance into it, and I didn't realize that was still annoying me.
Well, that is what happens here too. There's a law that does not allow small disposable items like plastic bags, plastic cutlery. All the or at least the grocery store I go to has really cheap, like basically disposable, like fabric bags that are built well enough that you could reuse them, but they're like 20 something cents each, and I just get those. You have to like pay for them, and at the self checkout you have to like flag the person down and ask them for one. But I respect the decision by the government to like enact such a law, but even still, it's like, this is.
Yeah, no, I get it.
This is a little frustrating. Actually, I'm more frustrated about not being able to use plastic cutlery because I hate washing dishes, and I've grown past using paper plates. Thankfully, that was probably a really like shitty thing to be doing, but still like to use like specifically plastic knives, because having to wash a knife just to butter my toast it's just an efficiency problem for me, like, god damn it. Because I don't have to clean anything else to make toast. I just put down a sheet of paper, of like fucking paper towel, put the toast on top, butter it, and then walk away with my toast on a paper towel. Like, it's not a snack that warrants a plate. And it's just, anyways, first world problems.
Yeah, I do have some good news though.
Oh no! Wait,
good news. Don't you no my good news, because you're like this.
I was like, oh god, she's got more!
I sent you a picture though.
God damn. Oh, yes. I received that.
You never replied to it. So I'll announce it to you again now. And I guess you have seen it then.
Yeah.
My passport's been approved. They're sending me back my stuff.
Hooray!
So very soon, probably within the next 7-10 days, I will have not only my documents that I sent back, but I will also be the proud owner of a passport.
You've held a passport before, right?
No.
Oh, fun.
In America, it's actually not very common to get a passport.
Well, right, because it's such a large country that the majority of people don't need passports to travel the distances that they might travel for like a vacation, because state by state you don't need a passport.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, it's really not.
It's just the people that live near the borders that usually get one.
Yeah, and to be fair, there's a lot of disenfranchisement.
Canada, honestly, but yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot of disenfranchisement that happens in the U.S. that's kind of frustrating for people to see for people, where it's like there's a lot of economic issues where, because they're so prohibitively expensive to get those documents and such, it's basically really, really hard to what?
Hun, it was not that expensive.
It was $165 for me to get
which lasts how many years? Did you check?
I know, but but the thing about it like this, $165 might be the difference between somebody having a passport or getting groceries that week.
Right, but a week is not 5 years.
I know, but the thing is that it's weird. Like, I know what you're thinking, but in reality, when people are like have very little money, getting something like a passport just doesn't make economic sense. And lots of people find themselves in that situation in America. I mean, a passport implies travel, which implies more expenses, which implies you're going to be traveling. And then
you're kind of saying this, and I'm just thinking, I'm thinking exactly that. Like, yeah, I mean, sure, I guess it costs a not insignificant amount of money, but it's also like pales in comparison to other travel expenses in most cases. So it's
that's the thing. It's like,
do you like? I mean, I guess yes, they don't have passports, and I agree with that. And I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I don't think it's necessarily the cost of the passport that's causing that.
Well, I think the cost of the passport is, like, there are a lot, and this is a thing that people talk about a lot in America. There is a prohibitive expense of getting documents. There has been, and this is sort of political, so I'm not going to go into too much in detail, but there's lots of political groups in America that fight really hard to increase the costs of documents, like getting your vehicle registered, getting your ID replaced, or getting your ID renewed. There are huge, and I'll call them conservative, because they are conservative movements to get those increased. And it's not just because it increases tax revenue, but also because it makes it more prohibitively expensive for certain economic and ethnic groups.
I get that. Gerrymandering is it's
basically
kind of in the same realm. I get it.
But we'll stop this discussion here because I don't want to get political, and I don't think it's really great. But yeah, no, it's a huge thing, and I think that it's prohibitively expensive too for a passport. I think it should be less expensive. I think $100 would be fair. I think we should find ways to decrease that rather than increase that. You know?
I mean, I guess considering the exchange rate, your passport probably costs double what mine does.
What's your passport cost?
I think the last time I looked, it was like 125 Canadian, which boils down to about 100 American, maybe a bit less. it's 120 for your first passport. Well, see, but my reasoning is like if you've never held a passport, I will say they are an incredibly official document, like way more official than any other document, government document that you will likely hold in your life.
And I'm glad. I'm gonna use this document.
It's a book, and every page has to be like has security features that make it like impossible to copy, and like these things. Holy hell.
Yeah, no. To kind of emphasize my point, though, I am the second person in my family to own a passport ever.
Right. Well, that's also just like I admit that cost might be a factor, but I think it's a smaller factor than geographic location.
True. I mean, I guess I am in like a place that most people don't. I mean, I know actually that's weird because it's California. I was in California for the longest time, and most of my family are, and we don't have passports, even though we live pretty close to the border.
Is California close to the border? Because I feel like a majority of California isn't.
I'd say at least a third, if not half.
Okay.
I'd say is within the border.
Let's do a bit of a thought experiment here. How close to the border in hours it takes to drive there would you say is close to the border? Like close enough that you would be willing to casually cross the border?
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours. Yeah.
Okay. I would disagree with that. As somebody who lives significantly closer, I would say I would not travel further than an hour. You know what? No. 2 hours, let's say, to casually cross the border. Like I'm talking less than a day spent on the other side. So that's the first threshold, right?
I guess if it's less than a day, then that's different. I mean, I'm talking like if you're going there to go spend a day there.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is like you're not spending the night there.
Maybe okay. Let's say a day and a night, because I say that's more akin to a casual.
Well, the reason why I'm setting that criteria is that the moment you spend a night in another country, is the moment that your costs dramatically increase for that trip.
I guess that's technically true, yeah, because hotel costs are pretty expensive, and depending on the country you go to.
True, and I mean you could find a cheap option like an Airbnb. By the way, I've been avoiding cleaning it off. Like I appreciate first of all that this game has layers of grime. Like there's this graffiti here that doesn't come off at the same. Like it's harder to take off than the normal dirt. But I also just want to appreciate the fact that we have a cool S here.
Yeah.
That's a really sweet. Cool S right there.
Pretty fucking cool, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hang on, don't worry. Don't look at my screen. Somebody's messaging me. Oh, somebody messaged me in a server I don't actually frequent all that much. Oh, that's the last time I do proofreading for a furry artist.
Okay.
No, I actually had great fun doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, you know what? Actually,
this graffiti is really like... it just looks it looks very authentic for a skate park. Anyways, all I'm saying is that like I live less than 30 minutes drive from the border. The major like variable is not how far I'm driving, but how much of a line there is at the border. And to be fair, there's also like the factor of which border we're referring to. Like going from Canada to the United States is relatively desirable, whereas I'd imagine going from the United States to Mexico might be less desirable.
I know, but TJ's is so fun.
Who?
It's Tijuana.
Oh.
It's right on the border in Mexico. It's really fun there. Anyway,
I see.
Well,
and either way, it's like I'd imagine a lot of people in my area have passports because they've at one time or another wanted to just quickly cross the. Stop clicking away from your parsec.
Oh, I'm in the stream. I didn't know. Go ahead. I was just gonna answer Dawn. Real quick. I didn't want to interrupt your flow. Dawn, write it out for us. I'd love to read it.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Don't be afraid to interrupt me if you want to just have a quick response.
I was trying. You won't let me.
You fucking clicked away again.
I did not click away. I'm spraying.
Every time my mouse shows up on my other monitor, I'm like, oh. Anyways, I'm just saying that, like, yeah, that there's a casual, like, benefit there because if I want to cross the border on a day,
thank you, Don.
And to be fair, I don't, but I used to have a couple, like, times where I did it, to, like, go and visit an American outlet mall or something. There's a couple casinos on the opposite side of the border that I might want to go visit. Then I can. And so that's kind of like just an incentive to have a passport. Whereas anybody who is a significant enough drive away from the border, because if you think about it, 2 hours drive there, 2 hours drive back, you're the rest of your day is what, 6 to 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I say casual is probably max 2 hours. I'm so
used to driving, getting driven places. I guess I have a very skewed sense of driving time.
Yeah, it also tires you out significantly to actually be the one driving that distance. So like,
true.
Yeah, it's not exactly an easy thing. And realistically speaking, like, so you're not going to be traveling very frequently. Most people probably don't need a passport. So like, I don't see a huge issue with it costing money. Now, the actual price tag shouldn't be outrageous or more than it actually needs to be, but that's not something that's easily measurable, is part of the problem, I think. Because I'd imagine there's part of that where it's like they have to... There's a cost associated with registering that passport across the globe, because all the other countries have to know or be able to look up your passport or something, and it's like there's probably a lot of stuff that goes into that, or maybe it's just a database. Fair. I don't know. The point is it's like the passports involve a lot more overhead than any other government document. True. Is my understanding.
I'm very happy to have my passport, though. I never thought I would. And it's so cool that I get to. Because you know what I get to do with my passport? I get to go and visit this really wonderful guy in Canada it's going to be a really wonderful trip, and I'm going to get to hang out and see his hometown and be able to see all the cool shit he wants to show me.
Heck yeah. Maybe even do a stream where we're both in the same room.
We could do live Fantasy Sauce, both of us from Canada. That actually reminds me. Can I ask about lodging arrangements on stream?
No, because that's an in-depth conversation, and it really boils down to a financial conversation.
Okay, I wanted to ask about that, and I wanted to see your comfort level, but I understand and I appreciate that there might be a more financial given situation. We'll put a pin in that.
Right. Either way, we're excited about this. I'm glad that you're... Actually, I guess none of this trouble has been due to the passport thing, so it's like...
Yeah, no. The passport was remarkably easier than I thought it was going to be.
I got totally sidetracked. ADHD. But what I was going to say was, that's actually a pretty normal thing to happen at my job with the whole, like, unpleasantly, like, difficult process to, like, get access to certain tools, because like I work for a relatively I'm contracted to a relatively large company, and so they've got like tools that are made by very professional IT peoples or whatever, but like it is surprisingly hit or miss when, say for example, we've got like 20 or 30 people in like a training room who are, brand new employees. They have to get access to all these tools that require secure access, and like, so there's a whole bunch of like steps that have to go on in the background in order to get them access and all this fun stuff. And it's like a good 50-50 shot that somebody will not have access to those tools when they finish the 6 weeks of training.
Yeah, my new position, 6 weeks of training too. Which is really nice.
But no, can you imagine like going 6 weeks and still not having access to the tools you need to do your job, and having to go through training, especially for somebody like me, who I got lucky and didn't really have that issue ever. but like going through 6 weeks of training without being able to do anything hands-on, like, that's brutal.
Yeah, no, these last few days have been both a signifier that I hate the restrictiveness of government, but also I'm still kind of smart, which I thought I wasn't that smart anymore. No, I am still very smart. Because all my trainers are like, you're so fucking good at this. How are you good at this? I'm like, I don't know. Please stop saying these things about me.
Some brains are sponges more than others. They absorb information and use it very fast.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I also get taken advantage by brain poison. Brain poison's the worst.
That's just a smart person thing. I get that too. Not to place the label of smart person on myself or anything.
Not so subtle brag.
Sometimes you just got to accept it when too many people keep telling you that you're smart. But
I love the idea of your comm, by the way, Don.
Oh, right. So hold on, I want to read this. I saw the paragraph of text.
Are you gonna read it out loud?
Oh, like commission. Okay. You guys both know how I am with the lore of my Sona. Yes, Don has written like I'd imagine like a lore Bible for his Sona and the world that his Sona exists in. It's not from an existing world. He's like designed his own world, and it's really cool. Love that sort of creative stuff.
Yeah, no, that's really cool stuff. Yeah,
it's kind of adds.
I got to read some of the first of it.
The idea is to get a collection of pictures of Don throughout his life, hatchling, first flight, using his. Honestly, I'd say all of these little spelling mistakes are actually helping you get all of this into the character limit. Using his abilities, first day of academy, wedding. That is a really awesome idea, and I feel like a lot of people would probably want to do something similar if they had the time, money, and like the character that they loved. Because I would do something like that with Meepo if I didn't have any idea what the fuck those pictures would even be of. But yeah, family photo album theme is a really cool idea.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's gonna be very expensive.
Oh yeah.
It's a very expensive album.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's a really cool idea. Honestly, you should definitely go for it.
Because it's not just a bunch of recolors of the same image. You have to do the entire image from scratch for every single one. And so those are effectively like full scene, probably, like commissions for each one, which for those of you who may not have ever commissioned an artist, is typically the most expensive type of art. So yeah.
Oh yeah, if you got 30 plus images in your mind, that's a cool like $3,000 right there for an artist.
Yeah.
I mean, no, that's not necessarily. I mean,
are you kidding me? No. Yeah, you're right, because
that's a cool $3,000 about. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, because $100 per commission is not absurd.
Yeah, that's a little pricey. I know most people do like $70 for if it's like a single character commission, but like $100 is not out of the realm of possibility. So that might be about $3,000. $3,000 USD. I don't know how much that would be for pounds. So
we don't need to convert to every currency when we're talking. USD is the closest thing to a universal. Oh wait. Well, I can't say that when euros exist, but the point is like everyone understands USD. Yeah. $3K at least probably. I think that's honestly a fair bet. But yeah, no, I've actually read through a lot of Draconis Elementa. The lore Bible for Don's stuff, and I think it's really cool. To kind of cap off this conversation, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that commission. That would be badass. I wish you all the best of luck of getting it and finding the brave and talented artist who's going to make that vision come to life. Who's going to effectively accept a month's worth of income in a single commission.
There's an artist I recommend. I don't know if she'd be willing to do it because she's usually a little busy, but she's one of the best artists and one of the ones I go to most frequently. Her name is Sweet Cream. Excellent artist.
The official artist of an well, I guess we have to ask her for that title, but the artist and for all of Fantasy Sauce's current.
You're paying the rent for 2 months, Don. Yeah, but Sweet Cream is the artist for all of Fantasy Sauce's artwork.
Soon to be new emotes, but she's an artist, and thus it needs downtime.
Yeah, definitely. We love our artists. We understand that they have lives outside of the things we ask of them, so we appreciate the fact that they need time beyond our work. Anyway, I haven't made any art, and I've never finished the donut stuff. So I think after stream, if I'm not too exhausted from walking 3 miles, I might go and do that. 3 miles in like really windy weather and also very mild rain.
Right.
You've got 2 artists lined up who are willing to collab on this. I probably know them already. I probably do.
Heck yeah. Don's, and I've seen some of like Don's character in art, and I'm pretty sure Don already has artists and that he's very interested in commissioning for this particular thing. Because I'll admit, like, Sweet Cream does some amazing art. I've seen the like one of the art pieces. Holy hell, the detail on that shit was far exceeding what I would normally see from Sweet Cream. To be fair, probably cost a fortune, but it's still so wild to see art that includes like individual scales on a dragon as detail. You know?
Yeah, I will say that Don has a very famous artwork that is on a website that I can't tell anyone about. So you won't know where to look for it.
It's Pornhub. It's Pornhub.
No, it's not actually.
Oh, sorry, RedTube.
No, oh my God, Red. I haven't thought about RedTube in years. But anyway, to sort of put a cap on the subject, I'm really excited for you, Don. I hope that it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. But
wait,
I also hope
are we allowed to say, is this an excited for you moment? Because it sounds like he's signing himself up for just a whack load of expense.
I think if it's his choice, I mean, I respect him. I respect Don immensely. So
we hope it goes well.
Yeah, we hope it goes well.
That you have a great time.
Exactly. So yeah.
Are you going to frame them and put them up on your walls in real life? That'd be so cute.
Am I allowed to talk about fursuits here?
Why? Okay. We need to try and eliminate the stigma that fursuits are for sex things. So, yes, please do.
Okay.
Unless the conversation is about a sex thing.
Well,
I just realized, I haven't eliminated that possibility.
This is one of those stereotypes that are around for a very specific reason. I will admit.
They're really nonsensical though, because like, do you know what the price of a fursuit is? Why would you want to get bodily fluids on that?
Yeah, fair. Anyway, no, the reason I bring it up is because I actually learned recently that there was like a creator of a specific kind of like costume, not specifically a fursuit, but like a costume or like a cosplay that used a back end because they were doing a centaur, right? They used a mechanical back end that mimicked their front legs as they moved.
Oh, that's cool. Probably used AI so cool. to learn how to move properly. That's
yeah. And I'm like,
really cool engineering.
Yeah, or I'm thinking because it moved as their legs moved. I'm thinking it may have actually been sensors attached to their legs to mimic those movements.
It's possible. There's a whole host of different ways that I could see someone doing that.
Yeah, and
when engineers cosplay, it's always it's always super interesting to experience.
Yeah, but no, it made me realize that because I'm not really all that into getting a fursuit because I'm. Have you seen my character? Can you imagine how hard that would be?
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, it'd be real annoying. I'm never gonna fursuit as Meepo because I hate to say it, I don't have the body type for it. is the real problem. No, I'm too tall. I'm too tall.
Yeah, you're a little too tall, but I mean that's not necessarily.
He's like 2 feet tall, and I'm 6 foot.
You can scale it up.
I could
scale it up. Get it?
Oh, Don just said you get looks if you take a fursuit for dry cleaning. But that's the problem, right? That's the only way to clean them. Yeah,
basically, unless you. The only way to clean your fursuit, let's be real, is if you own the laundromat. That's the only way you don't have to
just have that confidence and maybe go to a laundromat that was near the convention so that people so that they you're not dealing with somebody who hasn't experienced it before. Anyways,
this thought of a really fucked up version of making the cashier go what the fuck, where it's a laundromat edition. Oh my god, that's incredible. Can you imagine?
Oh no.
You can only get 3 pieces of clothing to bring into a laundromat, and you have to make the laundromat attendant who you give the clothes to be like, what the fuck? And you can only use 3.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can imagine hard mode being
not allowed to use
a fursuit or lingerie.
Yeah, no, here we go. Fucking fursuit.
Okay, so it's normal mode, okay.
Alright, triple XL panties.
Okay.
And oh no. Bloodstained rope.
Okay. Your second and third second and third picks are very weak.
What? Oh, because it's too easy to get them to go what the fuck?
No, it's because those are lame picks.
Oh,
anyway.
Okay.
The fursuit, I'd say that's pretty fair. Most people who aren't.
You're actually gonna go into a criticism of my choices. Okay.
Yeah, I've already rationalized the best possible choices. And
I can't wait to hear it.
One was in there, but it's not necessarily the best possible choice. There are, if you're playing hard mode, they're one of those isn't even allowed.
Wait, which is better, triple XL panties or extra small?
What the fuck? Not necessarily either of those, but hang on
okay.
Here. So, first off, fursuit, pretty good. Second off, one of those tuxedos that's like that has like the tearaway arms, so it's like a vest tuxedo.
Okay.
With matching male underwear with a bow tie on it.
That's your third item?
Yeah, it's the third item. It's a combo. It's a combo with the fursuit. Specifically, the fursuit head.
Okay. Let me iterate on that. By the way, we are in an ad break, but this is too fun.
Yeah, way too fun.
Change out the suit for a tuxedo with a rental tag on it.
Ooh, that's pretty good. I'll give you that. But it has to be the tuxedo, or it has to be the tuxedo top that has the torn away arms, right?
I don't think so. No. I'm trying to paint a picture of somebody.
I was trying to think of like a male stripper sort of situation.
Okay.
Where they have like the top vest, they have just the underwear on with that has the bow tie on it, and they also just have the fursuit head on them. Like that's their outfit, and I did a whole combo.
Yeah.
That if that does not make the attendant go what the fuck, they are either a furry or dead to the world.
I'll be honest, I don't know if there's any like I don't know if there's actually a combination that would be a true like what the fuck moment of like
there has to be.
Of like dry cleanable items.
I mean, look, have you ever thought about this with like just going into a grocery store and getting the what the fuck items? Like you know the semantics of the thing I'm proposing, right?
Sort of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I get it. You go in and then try to paint a picture with 3 items. Like it's
Well, hang on. I'm reading Don's suggestion.
Oh, okay. Full latex bondage suit with ass pants. A ghost costume with burn marks and a hazmat suit. Oh, okay.
You know what?
I mean, it certainly would make them very confused.
It's pretty good. You know what, Don? I think you might have me beat.
Can we swap out one of those for a full suit with an American flag pin still attached to it?
Which one are you switching out?
I don't know. I'm trying to think like what would be the best, but I'm just thinking like that feels like a very specific piece of clothing that tells a very specific story.
Christ, that bench took me ages.
Cause like fursuit plus like patriotic, like formal wear is super interesting.
That is
wait. Unusually communist fursuit.
An unusually communist. What does an unusually communist fursuit look like?
I don't know, but it has the hammer and sickle on it somewhere.
Ah, yes, it's a protogen head, but one of the eyes is a sickle. Is like the hammer sickle.
Yes.
Like
well, no. There's those ear plates. Those ear plates on the protogen heads. You can change
out the hazmat suit. The ghost isn't actually a ghost, but the burn marks are a hint. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Oh no. Cool.
God. You know, I have to admit, that's a level of creativity that I wasn't thinking about.
Yeah, potentially.
Anyway, what else do we want to talk about besides? Yeah.
We've got some new something new that we could potentially demo here.
What's that?
We just received some. So we were talking about trivia on one of our streams. I think it was a stream, or we might have just been casually playing. I'm not sure. But you mentioned that you're really good at trivia.
I am very good at trivia.
Well, and I realize I unfortunately made this a bit one-sided because we need to get you the same pack of cards if we want you to be able to ask me questions. But
fantasy trivia.
Yeah, we could test that theory, see how good you are at trivia. So I bought the Trivial Pursuit pack, Decades pack, I think it's called, which includes 4 packs of cards with Trivial Pursuit questions on them, dedicated to different decades. So I've got the 1980s, 1990s, 2000s, and 2010s. So I'm curious, which one are you most confident in?
Give me 2000s.
All right, we're gonna pull a card out of this.
Do I get to pick the category, or is it just?
No. That's the category. Is 2010s.
Okay, go ahead.
Which means
this might be a little harder than I thought because there's probably gonna be some sports trivia mixed in there.
Hang on, you said general trivia.
I know what I said. So let's see what I can do.
Okay. Hey chat, save your answers, but play along at home and share your answer once Penelope gives hers. I'll pause a moment to try and give you an opportunity.
I'll hum the Jeopardy theme while I'm thinking of my answer.
All right. Here we go. Okay. There's a lot of questions. I'll admit. There's like a couple hundred cards with 3 questions on each card. So I'm gonna just give you every question from this card. First one. What? Yeah.
What are you putting? What voice are you gonna put on for this? By the way,
I'm not gonna put on a voice. It's
not gonna put on a voice.
Sounds like a terrible idea. What prey was Dick Cheney aiming at when he accidentally shot a fellow hunter in 2006, peppering him with shotgun pellets?
What? Can you repeat the question?
So we're looking for the prey the target that Dick Cheney was aiming at when he accidentally shot a fellow hunter in 2006 with a peppering of shotgun pellets?
Okay, so you said shotgun pellets, which means it's not deer, it's not boars. Quail, final answer.
That is correct. Specifically, the Texas lawyer Harry Whittington got a face full of birdshot, but he recovered. Okay. All right, next question. What three-word phrase defending a pop star's heavily criticized MTV performance made a crying Chris Crocker an internet sensation in 2007?
Leave Britney alone?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, third question.
South Park about that one.
Yeah, no, that's been all over the internet. Which losing team did bombastic billionaire Mark Cuban buy for $285 million in 2000 and eventually led to an NBA championship in 2011?
Fuck, it's a sports trivia. Okay, so it's
Crazy
NBA.
how those tended to get mixed in there, huh?
I know. So it's NBA. So let me think. Mark Cuban, 2011. This is a shot in the dark, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get this one wrong. Is it the Suns?
No, it's the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I realized halfway through that, like, oh shit, I haven't been pausing to let chat answer. But honestly speaking, chat, I don't think what you guys want us to pause too terribly much on these. That was one card. I've got like a few hundred more in this pack alone. So
all right, well, let's do you want to keep exploring the 2000s together?
Yeah. Let's enjoy some trivia. I'll admit I can't really power wash while I'm doing this. We'll do one more card and then we'll play some more. All right. What comic strip's last original cartoon appeared in newspapers in February 2000, the day after its creator, Charles Schulz, passed away?
The day after its creator, Charles Schulz, passed away. Charles Schulz. Okay. So, I know for a fact that Charles Schulz did not make Garfield, and I know the Garfield creator is still around, so it's not that one. So that leaves a couple. So Calvin and Hobbes, Peanuts might be it. I can't remember if Charles Schulz actually made Peanuts. Did he make Calvin and Hobbes? Oh, I don't remember. Oh, beans. Okay. Heads, it's Peanuts. Tails, it's Calvin Hobbes.
You're putting it to a coin flip. Okay.
Peanuts.
Your answer is Peanuts.
Yes.
That is the correct answer.
Woo! Haha, yes.
All right. You're pretty good at trivia.
Yeah, no. Because I have to think about it logically. It's like if I don't know the answer off the cap, it's like, oh yeah, no, I have to think about what the thing could possibly be. Then when you said the shotgun shell thing, that's how I figured out it was quail, because that's the only thing really hot with shotgun.
Birdshot, right?
Spread. Yeah, because it's birds.
I mean, you also the thing is they wouldn't include a more powerful caliber in a trivia question because the person definitely died.
Yeah,
right? Like. That's the main problem I see. Like, yeah, you can logic a lot of these things out. Which former evening news anchor was the only person that Jay Leno ever allowed to be a guest host of The Tonight Show? Huh.
Okay. See, part of me really wants it to be that guy who does like the jokey sort of American news thing. It's not like, I forget his name off the top of my head. Ah, shit.
Jokey
okay. Yeah, no. It is he always says his name weird. I forget. I can't remember the name of the show anymore. Thinking about it.
Now we are referring. Now this is a famous American news anchor, and for news anchors, that's saying something. Because most of them not super famous.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did you, when you read the name of the person who is the answer, did you know them?
I do know their name, yes.
You do know their name?
Yeah.
Okay. Trebek?
Trebek's not a news anchor.
He's not? I thought, no, okay. Shit,
Alex
Trebek,
the host of, or well, the ex-host, I guess, of Jeopardy?
That's what he hosted. I forgot what Alex Trebek did.
Oh no, we're gonna get canceled.
Oh no! Wait a minute. I can save this. What's his name? Oh God, I don't know. Fuck it.
Well, describe who you're thinking of.
Well, I was thinking he's the. Hang on, since I know I'm gonna get the question wrong. I think it's like America Today is the thing he does. It's like
Okay.
Hang on. American news anchor. Parody, I guess. Whatever his name is. No, not you. I forget what his name is. America Today or something? Today. Or some bullshit like that. I just know that as soon as I realize what the guy's name, what's the name? Maybe it made some.
Your first problem is you're actually thinking of the wrong gender. It was Katie Couric.
I never would have gotten that. That's instantly, yeah. No.
I only know 3 American news anchor names, and they're all from that same news show.
What's the news show?
It's it's New York.
Is it Good Morning America?
No. Fuck.
Shows what I know. I don't watch news.
NBC News,
class.
I think. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Or it should be like ABC News or some shit.
Oh, wow, she's the founder of her own media company.
That's pretty badass. Wow.
Yeah, NBC News.
NBC News. So she was a newscaster on NBC News. Okay. Yeah. I had no idea.
Specifically when I was a child, she apparently stopped being on NBC News in 2006. But I know her. I know Matt Lauer. And I know, oh God, what's the African American guy?
Trevor Noah?
No, he was relatively overweight when I knew about him. Hold on.
It'd be like NBC newscasters.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Surprisingly, it's been on for a long time. Here we go. Roll F. Katie. Fuck. He was the guy. Sunday or whatever. Whenever he was doing he was the weather guy. What the fuck was his name?
I don't know. I've never watched NBC News in a
they were the morning show. They were the.
That explains it.
The only reason I know them is because my grandmother put them on the kitchen television every morning while we were eating breakfast.
That's completely fair.
In 2005, we were bougie enough to have a television in our kitchen.
Oh, my family did too, and it was so good to sit there. I woke up early enough in my childhood to catch Adult Swim when it was airing anime at 5 in the morning.
Wow.
Because I was super into Inuyasha, and I was super into fucking. I think they aired Gundam at some. They aired Astro Boy at some points, and that shit was so cool to sit down and actually tune into. I was so mesmerized by Japanese media, which I think is what led to a lot of my teenage years being like, yeah, I'm really into anime. I'm not very much into anime anymore, but I do like some. Like I'm actually watching Chainsaw Man with my partners.
Oh yeah,
that's been pretty. It's really good. It's just kind of Chainsaw Man's pretty crazy, but it's really good.
Honestly, I only watch anime because I experience a significant deficit of good content to watch, and so it's like anime is just kind of expands my selection of what I can watch on a given day.
Fair. Do you have any more questions on that card?
Yeah, one more.
One more. Okay.
What European country was the first to legalize same-sex marriage with 4 couples marrying?
Holland.
Holland is incorrect.
No, Netherlands. Fuck.
Is Holland a country?
Holland's not a country. The Netherlands. I was thinking about that.
I was like, hold on. No, she might be on the right track. She just mixed up the country and the city or something.
I got them. It's the Netherlands. Holland is a place in the Netherlands.
Right. You are correct. I was reading the question and I was like, wait. If I read out the rest of this question, I am going to give it away. Because the rest of the question says, with 4 couples marrying in Amsterdam City Hall on April 1st, 2001. I'm like, yeah, fucking of course.
Yeah, no, it was the Netherlands. I know a very, very famous artist from I know a very famous artist from the Netherlands, and she mentioned that fact to me just the other week.
Hell yeah.
And I was super proud she did, because that's super cool to me.
Fuck yeah. Can I just circle back for a second? I love that nobody questions the fact that my grandmother was listening or was watching NBC News. Why is that a little bit weird?
You live right near New York. I don't know why it's so weird.
It feels weird to me because we're definitely Canadian, and we also live near Toronto.
I know, but if you drove about an hour, you could be in New York City.
Her only source of news was NBC News.
I don't know. Why didn't she?
She has never been an American citizen. She has lived entirely in Canada.
Look, what I'm saying, I understand what you're saying, but like you still live close enough to the American border that you could consume a lot of American content and be in between America and Canada quite a bit. So I get why someone might do that. If they live in that geographic area.
She is like the reason why like I think about casual trips to across the border. She tended to do it fairly frequently.
I bet what? I'm willing to even put something down that I think is right. You can tell me if I'm wrong. She probably watched a lot of NBC to keep up with the O.J. Simpson trial.
No.
That was probably no. Did you not watch the O.J. Simpson trial?
When did that happen?
O.J. Simpson trial?
Yeah.
Fucking.
Come on, trivia girl.
I don't. 95?
God. Oh, you had to click away to look it up. Okay, I wasn't born then, so I couldn't possibly give you an answer then.
What do you mean you weren't born then?
I was born in 95.
It was in 90. I guess you wouldn't be able to tell me that anyway.
Right. No. I'd love for you to point out somebody who remembers their first year of life.
Okay, yeah, fair.
I will point you towards somebody who's incredibly traumatized.
Oh no. So anyway, but the reason I felt so confident about that is because literally everybody in America was watching the O.J. Simpson trial at once.
Maybe, but that was on several news networks, including Canadian news networks. I promise you.
Trial date, because that's when the trial started. The trial went on for a long time, didn't it? No, it started in 94, ended in 95. I thought it went. Wait a minute. What was the big trial thing that I remember watching as a kid? remember when I was growing up, and I was like 4 or 5. My mom used to watch this trial. That she was keeping up on this big trial thing. Everybody was watching it. Fuck, what was it?
You know, I don't really know. By the way,
anyway,
just to close out that whole grandmother story, I think her how much she listened and watched the news, especially the news of another country, like, really did contribute to her being a really paranoid woman.
Yeah, I mean, America's news just feels like it's meant more to scare us than anything, so I can get that.
NBC's not that bad. Like, my memory of NBC was like, it was especially at least actually my memory of the NBC was the morning news. The morning show. The evening
news is the bad shit. The morning news is usually the good stuff.
The morning show was quite pleasant. Like, they had a lot of segments where they were just, like, cooking something fun with like a local celebrity or like something like that, and it was really pleasant. Honestly, not the worst type of news. I don't like news most of the time, but it's not bad.
You would probably like Good Morning America or news networks like that.
I will not watch any news network, so don't recommend what.
No, I mean they're just like mostly wholesome content.
Yeah.
You should see a UK news. Yeah, no, I was reading that. You should see a UK newspaper if you want news-induced paranoia. I am so sorry that the UK government installed a sock puppet who is also a Saturday morning cartoon villain, and I'm so sorry that Britain decided.
I thought we weren't getting political on this show.
Well, guess what? I lied. We don't have too many Britons, do we? Britons. Am I allowed to get political about that because of that, or is that even less of a reason to be political?
I don't think we should play favorites.
That's fair. I will say though that you have my sympathy and also my empathy. I know your pain.
Mostly my decision is like, even if we aren't commenting on something from a country that watches us. It could still resonate with an issue in another country. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna take a step away from the political, but also keep it on the news subject.
Okay.
I've learned something, and this was a bit that was brought up by a comedian that actually turned out to be true. Is that, and this is how I keep up my news sometimes. I listen to Reuters, and I'm like, okay.
Who?
Reuters or Reuters? I forget how they're pronounced because some people pronounce it differently.
Yeah, no, none of those are ringing a bell.
Well, the thing is that they're basically like a British news network. They're
okay.
Like, hang on, let me pull it up. I want to Reuters.
This section of the skate park is just called the Fun Box. Interesting.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's Reuters.
Fucking...
It's R-E.
Stop it!
It's R-E. I'm just pulling it up. It's Reuters. They do international news. They're established in London, so they are specifically in Britain or England. I don't know the difference. Chris, help me.
What would you say? London or Britain?
No, I know what the difference in London and Britain is. What's the difference between England and Britain? Help me.
Okay.
Help me.
Okay. As a member of the Commonwealth, very indirectly, we basically don't consider ourselves a part of it. But the Britain is the greater body. England is the country.
Okay,
so Britain is the empire. England is the country.
Thank you.
So,
okay,
England does not include Scotland or Ireland. Britain does, is kind of the idea.
And
although apparently there's also like subcategories where I think there's one that includes like Ireland but not Scotland or whatever. I don't know. You'd have to ask a British person beyond that, but that's the gist.
You are a British person.
I am not.
If you consider yourself a part of the Commonwealth.
Only like incredibly indirectly. Just because we're on good terms with our quote unquote mother country.
Yeah, there we go. I've got the stream back up now. Anyway, but yeah, Reuters is a English. Is an English news network, and the bit. Yeah, I've done all the walls. Anyway, the bit from the comedian that I heard was you can hear a British newscaster say anything, and it won't be unpleasant to listen to. Weird. And I was like, cause it's like this. Oh God, I was about to say something fucked up, but I realized that might not be cool to do on stream. No, I'm gonna turn this into a funny bit somehow. This just in: 40 grandmothers have covered Big Benjamin with yarn. More at 5. Like I can hear any sort of thing a British person says that's on their news networks. They are the most monotone of people, and I love that.
I get that. You know, I get that.
Yeah, yeah.
I see your reasoning.
Yeah, when I'm listening to like the BBC news networks and stuff, it's very easy to listen to because it's very monotone. And you can hear anything and just not feel like you're horribly afraid. Even so, I like to listen to Reuters because I don't like BBC. I feel like they're a little too biased in some things. They're a national company, of course. They're going to be a little bit biased for some things.
No, yeah, the BBC is known to be extremely biased. From the few like YouTube videos I've heard about the BBC.
So I prefer Reuters because they do the voice. So like if I ask my phone, if I do my voice command thing, I'm like, hey, can you tell me the daily news from Reuters? It'll give me all of the news feed that I like. And I actually have my phone customized to do that for me. So that way if I'm just working and I need to get caught up on my news, I'll ask it to give me that. And it's great. That's how I've been keeping up on world events. It's been really cool. And it's how I've managed to stay sane with some of the shit going on in the world. So if you're looking for a way to keep caught up on things but don't want to do TikTok because TikTok will rot your brain with world events and make you feel miserable for existing, try Reuters. Reuters is actually pretty good for it, and their news is not very biased from all the stuff I've read. So
one thing and you know what, I've received ads about this, and so I can't like say it with absolute certainty, but I think it's a really cool concept because like I've got 2 reasons I don't watch the news. First, because it is really bad for your mental health. But second, and much more legitimate, like a much more legitimate issue, is bias, like you said. And so like when I heard that there's apparently a website that actually aggregates all of the news about like a topic in one place. I gotta say, like, if you are going to consume the news, I would definitely suggest using a website like that. I don't know the specific one. I'm not gonna advocate for one specific one. There might be more than one. But like one that actually aggregates it all and like identifies which ones or which news networks are known to be politically aligned with certain beliefs. And like tells you about that as context and all that, like that shit. If I were to watch like consume the news, would be that. It's really cool that exists now, and I definitely recommend it if you are one that does consume the news, as it were.
Yes, and Don, I would love to hear what. Don, I would love to hear some voice samples from you. If you would love to lend me your voice, I'd love for you to. You know what, Don? I will DM you after I am done power washing this skate park.
Also, I know I'm not sure if it was a typo because it's Don, but they misspelled news as nude.
Oh no, don't worry. We could do those too. Anyway, oh yeah, you know what? I never got to talk about this. I'm really glad I am getting my passport. That's something I never came back to. Not just for our trip, because I do want to see you, and I think it'd be really cool to hang out with you and see all the sites you want to show me, and also all the fun stuff. But I also would love to go and visit Ireland. I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to Spain.
A lot of times. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go to Ireland for a specific reason. I want to go and get in touch with my heritage. I want to go and learn more about the place where my people come from, honestly. I'm not very satisfied with just feeling Irish American. The Irish American culture is pretty much Boston and being hooligans, and I don't think that's really what I identify with. That's not.
I wouldn't really describe you as a hooligan.
Yeah, no, and there's so much stuff in Ireland I really want to go out and just bear witness to. So I really want to do that. I want to go to Spain. I want to see some friends in Spain. And then after that, eventually I want to go visit Germany and the Netherlands. I want to go do that.
I don't recommend visiting France unless you just want to look at the buildings.
Yeah, I'm not really into France that much. I want to go to places that either I know somebody from that I'd love to go and see them, or I have a very deep and personal reason for going there.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, those are.
I'll admit, I'm not like, yeah, that would be the only reason I would go and visit a European country at this point, and even then, like, how would I know somebody from those countries well enough to want to go and visit them, you know?
Well, I know this guy from Canada who I know well enough. He's my best friend.
Okay, but we're just like, we're basically an extension of the United States, like, realistically speaking. We're just like the friendly.
Don't say that about yourself.
We're the friendly top hat of America.
Hey Don, I'm waving at you too. That'd be fun. I don't know if I'm going to go to the UK soon, but I'd like to see Scotland.
God damn it! What did we miss? What did we miss?
The
floor is all one object. Where is it?
It's probably over here somewhere. It could be anywhere.
Oh, I'm pressing. Oh, should I hit Shift Tab? God damn it. Floor?
It's probably one of the
literally all one thing. What? Just start spraying wildly. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck yes. I love that the titty skittle is right in the center of the.
Yeah, it's there for a while. You can see the ball move too because I was pushing around with my leg.
I saw it. That's nice. Oh man.
Park Warden was the name of our guy.
But like the only reasons I would go and visit Europe is one, to see the buildings. But honestly, visiting France, I feel like I got a pretty good idea of what the buildings in Europe are like. They're old, and that's actually not as cool to look at up close as it is from a distance. like the stone is crumbling. It's actually very concerning to look at. And like the food is really the only two reasons I would ever visit anywhere, honestly, actually, now I think about it. Although, like, I guess like major attractions like Disney World also is something I'd like to do. Okay, cool. Nice simple one. Yeah, I mean, I know there's theme parks, but like there's a distance where it stops being really a good idea to go visit somewhere for a theme park. Like there has to be a I would only go to Disney World because it's fucking Disney World. So and so driving, like going to Florida or California, which are the two closest Disney Worlds to me.
Disneyland is in California.
I know. Sorry, Disneyland and Disney World, whatever. The two Disney theme park and resorts that exist are those. That's the two that are closest to me. I wouldn't go to the Disneyland/World, the Disneyland, right, in France, for example, because why? It's the exact same experience, just with a lot less friendly people.
Yeah, Euro Disney is widely considered in Disney stuff a commercial failure. Don't go to Euro Disney.
Right. And so it's like I wouldn't travel to any of those attractions because I can usually find one that's significantly closer.
You know what? I think I'd like to go traveling to countries like European countries either with someone or to go see somebody.
Yeah.
Because I'm the only time I won't think I want to go alone maybe is to Ireland, but even then I don't know necessarily if I want to go alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love the, like.
I'll admit, traveling alone was not a good experience. I don't recommend it.
In my brain, I'm like, I'd love to travel alone because I would love to feel and see the sights of the places I'd like to on my own terms, you know.
And other people,
and other people, I mean, it's completely fair of them because they're on the trip too. Be like, hey, I would like to see things on my own pace too, and if the paces would clash. But I am now terrified of traveling alone.
Oh my.
So, you know, maybe in a couple of years, hey, do you want to go take a trip to Ireland?
Not especially, no.
Beans.
I think I vowed to never go back to Europe unless there's a very good reason for it.
Your best friend
yes, that is based off of my experience with France, but let's be real here. Like, I don't typically enjoy traveling except for very specific reasons, anyways. So,
what if the very good reasons me?
What do you mean? You're not in that country.
What if I'm going in that country? I'm going to be.
I'll wish you good luck.
Aww.
We're not a married couple. I don't have to be attached to your hip everywhere you go.
Well, fine. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't. It's just that's my opinion. You know.
That's completely fair and valid.
Want to visit Indonesia? Go to Komodo Island. I think I know why.
That's valid. That's fair. Where is it? Where's the dirt?
And I think as a kobold, I can perfectly understand that reasoning. Okay. God damn it, basic dragon. Okay.
I've never heard the word basic really apply to a dragon.
So the brake lights are done. The dashboard.
A fuel tank? I thought I got the fuel tank already. Where's the fuel tank? Wait a minute, where is the fuel tank? I thought it was right here.
It's on the top. Do you not know the anatomy of a motorcycle? It's right here.
I thought it was underneath. I'm stupid, okay? Okay, windshields.
The dash. Oh, just the windshield? Okay.
Yeah, I got the dash right.
That says fairing. Oh, there we go. That was easy. You want a kit? No, you just want to see him. Okay. I'm gonna go to the one place where there's known to be big lizards.
Big lizard.
All right, to the shoe house. Wait. Yeah, let's do the shoe house. We can get a shoe house done. Oh, good. There's a big old scaffold.
Oh, good. Why am I over here? Hey, this is my house. You're helping me power wash.
Does this green shit? Oh, this green shit at the bottom comes off. Oh, good.
Oh God, let me get the rotating nozzle.
Hell yeah, rotating nozzle. Meanwhile, I get to put this wherever I want. I'm gonna start at the top.
Can you buy us some more powerful shit?
That's the most powerful. Oh wait, I'll see if I can find a get us some more powerful power washer. Let's see. Shop power washers, heavy duty. It's 2,000. I don't have enough.
Ah, beans.
And we've already got all the nozzles, so we're just saving up at this point.
That's fair. Okay, continue.
Yeah. Ah! I almost missed the roof. That was scary. Alright. Are you ready for some more trivia?
Oh yeah, I'd love to hear some more trivia. Hit me, trivia daddy.
Hell yeah, that's a title I can accept. What sleek, foot-propelled vehicle was a hit with 2000's kids, selling 5 million within 6 months of its debut?
Sleek foot propel. Can you repeat the question?
What sleek foot-propelled vehicle was a hit with 2000's kids, selling 5 million within 6 months of its debut?
I don't know if it's going to be a brand name. I'm going to say the scooter, and particularly the Razor scooter.
You are correct.
Is it the Razor scooter? Is the answer the Razor scooter?
It is the Razor scooter, specifically.
Hell yeah. I knew it had big... every kid I knew had a Razor scooter.
Yeah. Second, what South African Nobel Peace Prize winner was on the U.S. terror watch list until 2008?
Nelson Mandela.
18 years after his release from prison. Yep, you're correct.
Nelson Mandela is the only Nobel Peace Prize laureate that is on was on the U.S. terror list that I'm aware of, frankly.
Yeah, that's kind of a very specific title to hold, I feel. Third, the works of what American artist who began her painting career when she was in her late 70s were later exhibited at the San Diego Museum of Art in 2001? All right, art nerd, show your chops.
Fuck me, this is gonna pull my art nerd credentials into question. Can you repeat the question for me?
Gonna lose your art nerd card. Can be revoked.
No.
The works of what American artist who began her painting career when she was in her late 70s were later exhibited at the San Diego Museum of Art in 2001?
Okay, let me think about this for a minute.
Which means she might not have been painting until, in the 2000s, like the card might suggest, right?
Yeah, but she's just like an American artist.
I don't recognize her name, so I'm not giving any hints here, I don't think.
You don't recognize her name? Okay. That doesn't actually
no, but that doesn't help you because I don't know any artist names. Like none that would be recognized in a Trivial Pursuit card.
Damn it. I'm not... Hang on, so let me think. I don't know that many female artists, I'm being completely honest, outside of like modern art.
Okay.
So 2000s art is still modern, but it's... When I'm talking modern art, I'm talking contemporary art, which is like...
Yeah, modern art is not typically classified as a year, it's classified as a style, right?
Yes. So, fuck. Do I even have a guess at who this could be?
Don't know.
Let me think about this. Fucking... Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know at all.
It is Grandma Moses. Her full name, Anna Mary Robertson Moses, who died in 1961 at 101 years old.
Grandma Moses. Okay. I had no idea. I would never in a million years have gotten that question. I'll be honest.
I'm going to pull a card from the 2010s now.
Okay, go ahead. I think I'd probably be... you might know the answers to some of these.
I might. But you're the one on anyways.
And the game show.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game show.
All right. Volcanic ash from which country spread such a thick cloud over Europe in 2010 that air traffic had to be shut down?
Shit. Okay, hang on.
No, it was ash, not shit.
No,
I understand the confusion with the sound. The word does sound like ass and smell like ass, apparently.
Okay. Did you recognize the name of the mountain? Did you recognize it?
It's a country name.
It's a country name. It's a country name.
So yes, of course I do. Where was the volcano located?
Oh, where was the volcano located? Okay. Wait. God, I'm willing to bet it was a Nordic country. God damn it. Fuck.
know that's where all the volcanoes are.
Finland?
You're on the right track, but no, it was Iceland.
Everyone knows Iceland's not a European country.
When I was in elementary school, I believe I remember occasionally being taught that Greenland was in North America.
Yeah, no. When I was because okay, that's damn it. The thing is, it's like I was thinking about, like, okay, because my first thought when you're talking about volcanic eruptions, like, okay, it was probably gonna be something about Pompeii or something, and then you mentioned European country, and my thoughts was, okay, did a European country erupt and I forgot about it?
To be clear, it didn't say European country, but it did say that the ash covered Europe. So.
Oh, I got confused. I don't think I would have gotten that anyway, if I'm being honest. I think
probably not. All right. Next question.
Okay. Not that great. I'm not doing that great on the
If you don't get this one, then you're a hack. What movement to empower LGBTQ plus youth did journalist Dan Savage and his partner Terry Miller launch in 2010? Yeah, sure. You know what? It's bullshit to place your LGBTQ card on this one, but
well, no. Okay, hang on. I know of a lot of different LGBTQIA sorts of movements. So maybe I'm not completely lost here, because when you said that, I was thinking to myself, how the fuck am I going to answer this question?
Right.
Okay, so let me think for a minute. There is a lot. God, I'm getting all of my movements mixed up now, because I'm like, okay, is that a movement for this or a movement for that? And now I'm just thinking about it. It's like, what do I do?
Thank you for hydrating us, Yodi. We have been quite distracted. It was very warranted.
Fuck.
This scaffold is incredible, by the way. Very useful.
Okay. Wait. I think I know this one. Okay. I know a little bit about Dan Savage. Because he's a writer. And he wrote the sex advice column back in the 90s. It was called Savage Love.
Okay.
That was a thing that happened. I know a little bit about Dan Savage because I remember I don't know why, but when I was reading about Giovanni's Room, which is by
everyone knows Giovanni.
Giovanni, yeah. No, but I was reading Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing something about fucking Dan Savage's movement.
Final answer?
The It Gets Better movement? Please.
You're correct!
Holy shit! Oh my god, I had that was like 4 degrees of thought I just had. Oh my god. Oh.
Look at you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I wouldn't have gotten that one. And third one. What folk legend was the first musician to receive the Nobel Prize for Literature in 2016?
Oh, fuck. The Nobel Prize for... So wait, what? So repeat the question for me.
What folk legend... So we're talking about a folk musician. What folk legend was the first musician to receive the Nobel Prize for Literature in 2016?
Oh, God. I'm going to run down some possibilities for who it could be.
Okay.
So...
Lay it on me.
My immediate thoughts are Neil Young. My Bob Dylan. Yeah, honestly, it immediately comes to me that it's going to be Neil Young or Bob Dylan, honestly.
All right.
Those are the only two I could think of.
And your answer is?
Give me a minute. I think. Okay, so it's Neil Young or Bob Dylan. And what do I know about the Nobel What do I know about the Nobel stuff?
There's a prize of somewhat $1 million or something. It was created by Alfred Nobel or something.
No, Bob. It had to be Bob Dylan. I'll explain why. But final answer, Bob Dylan.
Your answer is it's correct.
Okay. Neil Young is too far out of mainstream to be given a Nobel Prize. Bob Dylan is not.
Really? You think mainstream is a requirement?
I think it's something that honestly, because I may keep my gay license. Yes, and I'm gonna allow the Automod to give that, by the way, because I don't give a fuck. But yes, I know a lot about Neil Young and Bob Dylan. They're both some of my favorite folk musicians. Mm-hmm. Everybody who listens to folk music knows who Bob Dylan and Neil Young is, to be fair.
Obviously.
But I know a lot about Neil Young's tastes, and
God damn it, don't tab out!
No, I had to go Automod. I had to go do the Automod. You didn't do it.
I didn't see it in time. You could have just told me to get it. Oh.
Okay, fine. If I see another Automod pop up, then you can get it.
This is how I know you're not cheating and looking it up, because I know when you tab out.
I know. I've had to sit here and think about it, and just like I've had to reason out at least 6 of these questions you've given me. Some of them I just get right off the bat, but some of them I had to think about. But I know Neil Young is too far out of mainstream to really have gotten any big awards like that for literature without my knowledge. Bob Dylan, on the other hand, his stuff is so iconic and legendary. He has literature outside of music. I'd be understanding that he'd be getting the Nobel Prize for literature, especially given his work all throughout history. So, yeah, that made sense to me.
His work all throughout ancient history.
No. I'm just like.
No, the way you said all throughout history, I was like, Bob Dylan is a several century old immortal.
Yeah, he's one of the vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, wow, holy shit. I knew it had to be Neil Young or Bob Dylan. Sad that it's not Neil Young, though.
Your logic is sound, and no.
Yeah, but do you want to do another card?
No, let's just focus on the game for a little bit.
What the fuck are you doing with that scaffold?
I'm moving it. There's a ladder in my way.
Stop moving it so fast. That's scary.
What do you mean? I wasn't moving it very fast. Oh, god damn it! Now I gotta put the ladder down somewhere. How do I get rid of this ladder? Ah!
Go find a place you have to put it.
God damn it! I put it over here. I'll put it at the toe. I want to put the scaffolding down.
Mentioning vampires, you're playing as a vampire kobold bard in the new session you're in. That's an interesting choice. Vampire kobolds are interesting.
They are. It's really cool of your DM to allow you to do one of those like combo maneuvers, especially since like the vampire and werewolf stat blocks do include some like benefits that are that can be exploited by some players.
Ankle biters, hell yeah, fuck yeah, that's great.
I will tell you, I knew that there were vampire kobolds in the module that you were running for me.
Oh, I was wondering if you knew.
Yeah, it was basically impossible for me not to know, because on D&D Beyond, whenever I look up like kobold stuff, like that, it tells you the source, right?
Yeah, fair. I really want to write some D&D stuff. I was thinking about doing that the other night. Because I'm going to be using a new character for a D&D session pretty soon. That I think is going to be pretty cool. It's a combat medic sort of thing that doesn't use magic to heal. I've told you a little bit about it, but essentially, yeah, no, I think it's pretty interesting.
It's interesting mechanically. It still baffles me how it would work in universe.
Yeah, I get it.
Like that is a little bit of Munchkin bullshit right there.
Well, here's the cool thing about the synergy. So for oh yeah, hey, it's Chives. Chives is Chives is actually the DM for that game.
Oh, your Saturday game?
Yeah, for the Saturday game that I'm going to be joining for this.
Oh, not. Oh, wait. Oh, you're joining a new game?
Yes, and I think this is finally going to be the opportunity.
Oh, you didn't tell me that part.
Well, I wanted to wait until I was in the game.
Oh. Well, I mean, you told me about the character. You can tell me what game it's theoretically for.
Well, yeah, I wanted to wait till I was in the game. So I was keeping it vague. Like, yeah, it's for my Saturday game. Yeah, it's for the Saturday game.
That is unnecessarily coy.
Well, I know, but I don't want to think of, because I'm still I have to quit my other Saturday session because I've been threatening to quit it for a while, and I've just been not wanting to bring myself to do it.
A threat is only good if you're willing to go through with it.
I know. I'm getting ready to do that. But yeah, I'm super excited to be part of Chives' game. Chives' game, I think, is gonna be very interesting.
Fuck yeah. Why didn't I get an invite? Just be the asshole here and put you on the spot.
Yeah, you're putting me on the spot. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know you wanted an invite. You have so much D&D on your plate.
Hun, how much D&D do I have on my plate?
You have a whole game you're running.
And?
You know, that's completely fair.
I love playing D&D. I just haven't found a single goddamn campaign that lasts more than like a few months.
Yeah, mine included. Man,
nobody's as serious about the game as I am.
To be fair, I was working 10-hour days at a full job.
I'm not blaming you. We've already had this conversation. Yours was incredibly warranted, and I also don't really blame any other DM. It's just that like it's a bunch of like group issues, issues with like players not meshing with other players or players not meshing with the DM style. It happens. It just sucks that it happens.
Yeah, I know. You are a really good DM. I just wish there was another really good DM that that you could give you that experience, because I think you had some genuine fun being one of my players, and I'm glad to have had you.
I've experienced really great DMs. I had this one guy who DM'd what was supposed to be a fucking what's the school?
Strixhaven?
That's it. We were going to be doing a Strixhaven run through, but the problem is the guy started Police Academy, and it's like, and so he had to disappear for 6 months, and in that time I had a falling out with the other DM I was a part of a game with, who was also who was the reason why I knew the really great DM, and so it was like, well, fuck, I can safely say that I'm probably not going to ever talk to him again. But oh my god, the 2 sessions we had, he was the best at yes anding. So it actually, that was the closest experience I've ever had to what it feels like to play with Matt Mercer. Like, holy shit.
That's really cool. I like that a lot.
I also got to play a young adult Owlin, and I got to pull out some really cute shit with that.
Nice. I'm glad. I think I've seen your Owlin.
I'm very furry coded when it comes to my characters. Clearly.
I know. I know.
Ew, they have skin? Gross. No thank you. I want something other than skin on my characters.
For the longest time, and still to some extent today, I have the deepest love of dwarves in D&D. I have the deepest love of dwarves. Most people don't really. Most people, if you consider dwarves, they're all right. They've got good weapon proficiencies. They've got there are some dwarves, I think they even get their own armor proficiencies, like heavy arms, or they take dwarven armor stuff. That's really cool. No. The reason I didn't pick Fawn or Satyr is because Satyr is a little overpowered, and I didn't want to do that. And Fawn, I would have done it, but I don't have the source material for stuff like that. And I didn't really want to go digging around in homebrew. So I was like, I wanted to go strictly rules as written, how to make a combat medic.
Okay, but you know what? As a DM myself, I'm gonna counter your reasoning there, and ask you a question, and basically counter it with, I didn't know you were playing a competitive D&D game.
It's not competitive.
Well, then why does it matter how balanced the character is?
I just
Especially
don't want.
Since you're building a very bullshit build right now.
It's not okay.
It
the
is.
best thing
it's
about
bullshit.
my build.
You effectively have infinite heals.
I don't have no. No, you haven't seen the thing about healer's kit. You can't benefit from a healer's kit more than once unless you take a short or long rest, and you can only have.
Okay, you're right. I didn't know that part about the healer's kit.
No, I don't. I'm not allowed to do infinite healing.
Okay.
Because if I heal somebody through the use of a healer's kit, they cannot be healed that way again through the expenditure of a charge unless they have a short rest. Which means that I could heal them every short rest, but a short rest is at least an hour, and that's not going to be feasible.
Oh, okay. Well, still, it's like I am very comfortable with having with using a race that is quote unquote broken, if it will result in a fun time. Like it, you know what? I'm gonna provide one of my hot takes on about D&D and people who play D&D. You gotta. Everybody forgets that the goal here is to have fun, not to follow the rules. You know, like
I know, but part of the fun for me. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. Go ahead.
Well, it's just like. People, if you're building a character or running a game or talking to other players in the game that you're a part of, consider the fact that, like, the whole point here is to have fun. Yes, the rules are a vessel for that, a carrier for that, but it doesn't mean that you can't, you shouldn't be limiting yourself, your players, to certain races or certain class combos or whatever, because they're quote unquote broken. Like that's
Chad,
not
don't,
fun.
Don't be nice to me. Don't be nice to me in D&D. I want you to challenge my character.
Oh yeah, no, by all means.
I want you to be evil. I want you to be an evil DM. I don't mind.
Be diabolical when the situation is supposed to be diabolical. Like, have moments of diabolicalness.
I would like you to tell me no more often than yes.
Well, because it's fun to be a player in a situation where you're like, oh fuck, I actually have no idea what's about to happen, both in character and as somebody who has consumed so much fucking media that you can just predict basically any scenario, right? Like,
where's the dirt?
Fucking escape. Click on the thing.
I'm checking
boot walls. Let's highlight the boot walls. Boot wall. Oh, this one?
Boot walls is everything.
It's the yellow. Got that one. All right. Is there another one?
Underside of the front window.
There's two more boot walls. These ones. I found them.
You found them?
I'm just like my biggest gripe is like, why do DMs look at a race and be like, no, that's broken, I shouldn't let that happen? Because that's actually like a selfish DM thing to do. Because the root of that decision usually is it'll break my combat encounters. And it's like, so what? Just build your combat encounters differently. Like, make your combat encounters interesting in more than just, you know, having to reduce the enemy's HP to 0. Like,
I've got a button with you.
Oh boy.
I want to know why you didn't let us use Tasha's for Tyranny Dragons. I know your reasoning, but I'd like to hear it again to make sure.
So the reasoning for me to not allowing all the books in D&D was partially to allow for the combat encounters within the module that I'm running, because it is a pre-written module, and it was the first module that existed in D&D 5e, the Tyranny of Dragons module. It might have been the second if you're counting like the Essentials pack or something. Either way. So and it was to allow the combat encounters that already existed, that, to be fair, I wasn't sure if I would be comfortable modifying at the time to have a suitable impact. Because I wasn't at the time confident. And to be fair, this was like 2 or 3 years ago. I wasn't confident at the time to modify combat encounters to make them more effective or more impactful. And I didn't I've learned a lot over the last 3 years. This is technically the first full campaign that I've run. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Because I did run a homebrew campaign to completion with my family, though that completion is shaky at best. But regardless, it's like, I don't know. My opinion now, and yes, I may seem like I'm a hypocrite, but right now the only reason I haven't rescinded that rule is because if I rescind it now, it's gonna make you all feel like maybe you should have the opportunity to change your characters, and I don't want you guys to have to consider stuff like that.
That's completely fair. I appreciate that honesty.
There has to be a consistency throughout the entire campaign, and I've added fizz bands to the list throughout the time, but that's it. That's all I've really changed about the whole experience. And I'll consider changes if somebody happens to need it to build a new character. Until then, it's just going to stay the way it is. Wooden trims. We're looking for wooden trims. That's the little things in betweens. Okay.
I won't lie to you. I was going to build a genie lock. Or not a genie lock. What was I was going to build a warlock at some point.
It's the one up there.
What one?
If you click it in the list and then in the escape menu, it highlights it. Got it. Woo! Anyways, all I'm saying is as a DM or a player, just continue to remind yourself that every decision you make is for the purpose of you and your fellow players to have fun.
Exactly.
And a lot of that ultimately boils down to you shouldn't say no as frequently as your instincts tell you to.
Buy the new washer. Do it. Do it, you coward.
Do it, you cuck.
Do it, you cuckward.
You didn't have anything to add to that, huh?
No, not really.
You were like, I want to add something. I don't have anything to add. Oh, no. Oh.
Do we got it? We got it. Cool.
Yeah, Don reminded me, too. Yeah, honestly, like, I'm sure you have good reason to. What was that?
Buy the turbo nozzle.
I don't know if I have. Do I have the money?
I thought you did. Never mind.
Equipment. Hold on. Let's see if any of these are lit up. None of them
if
are lit up.
If you knew Meepo was interested, you would have asked him. Meepo's still available. Meepo, are you available on Saturdays?
Saturdays? What time? Probably,
I don't know.
No, you shouldn't be asking. It's that's
fair. That's
Chimesy's.
I will leave that open.
So honestly, I'm gonna finish up here, and I think we should go to break screen because we can wrap with this. Ultimately, just like have fun. Don't worry about the rules so much. Like the rules should exist as a foundation for the fun, but like that's why I run rules as written, or rather I prefer to think of it as rules as intended whenever possible, because I tend to read the rules and think like what was the intent of this rather than how it was written, because rules as written starts to turn into, especially with some players, although that mentality itself is probably a bad idea, but rules as written can turn into a sort of min-maxing style of gameplay.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the sense that the players are like min-maxing their own characters, but that it turns into kind of a slog of like, okay, I do this and this and this. I use my action, my bonus action, my movement, and I'm done. And like, there's no flavor to it. Whereas rules as intended, it's like, okay, what did the designers intend for this, even if that's not exactly what they wrote or what the mesh between these two rules is, and that's my ruling as a DM. To try and make more sense on a fundamental level, you know? That way the players don't have to worry so much about reading the rule books every single time they take an action, and actually can just act with impunity, and I can translate that to rules whenever it might not be immediately obvious. It doesn't always work out that way, and it really boils down to some players may need help understanding, you know, when they can do something beyond the normal capabilities of their character. Like, by all means, do some wacky shit, and I'll try to be a good DM for that. It's also like a skill as a DM. You gotta learn to actually give them a meaningful reason to do things beyond just what their character sheet tells them they can do, right? I'm trying to learn how to do that. It's just, it doesn't crop up very frequently in our Sunday game.
True.
I'll take the sitting on the bench, Chivesy. I'll accept that. But anyways, just, you know, try to have fun. Consider the decisions you're making and whether or not they will lead to fun or not. And yes, that is a very book nerd way of describing it, but I'm just saying, like, that should be the baseline.
Beans, I should have been a summoner for this game. I could have done summoning stuff. I love summoning builds. They're so stupid. Fucking summoning builds are the bane of existence, but I'm not going to get into that here.
Actually, on the topic of decisions for fun, I will mention any sort of build that results in you suddenly like quadrupling the number of combatants in a combat encounter might not always be fun.
Yeah, summoner builds are bullshit. And talk with your DMs before you
don't just talk with your DMs. Talk with the other players too. Like, are they going to be okay with you suddenly taking up half of every round of initiative? Right? Like,
to be fair, most summons are just do X thing, your turn's over.
Sure, I suppose. But I once was playing a sorcerer that got to a high enough level that he learned animate objects. And
animate objects is so fucking silly.
Oh my gosh. I wish you were up to date on campaign 3 of Critical Role, because the funnest, like the most fun use of animate objects happened last Thursday. I might just share that with you on its own, because I don't think it has any spoilers. It's just fucking awesome. Anyways, I'll talk to you about that after stream. But basically, I because that DM ran that game incredibly, like, you know, it was a strategy game for that DM. Like, it was, your character sheet exists to give you a list of options, and that was it. There's very little role play involved, especially in combat. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to take animate objects, and I'm going to animate 10 arrows.
Animating arrows is a really smart move. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, it is, yeah, because you can just carry those around with you naturally. And so it's like, I throw arrows up, I cast animate objects, I now have 10 tiny objects. And the thing is like, that is the most bullshit, like, strategy in 5e. I've looked up, like, what are the bullshit builds in 5e, and it's like, there's one that lets you move like 500 feet on a single turn. And it's like, yeah, I guess that's not really effective in combat, but I guess there's specific scenarios where that might be useful. But that's an unusual way to build your character, and it doesn't really help you. But it's like, the most effective spell is apparently animate objects, because it's like, yeah, unless your enemy has an AoE effect, they're gonna have to chip away at 10 animated tiny objects for a while. Not to mention the action economy suddenly shifts heavily in your favor, and all these things. It's because they're arrows, they can fly, so they ignore like difficult terrain and all this bullshit. It's like, it's wild. but it also like slows turn order down to a crawl.
That's
so,
the problem
like,
with it.
Yeah.
It's
no, you can't animate. You can't animate an object that's being worn or carried. I'm a rules expert, which is sometimes a problem.
Yeah, but anyway, I want to thank everybody so much for joining us for the stream today. I think that we had a really excellent stream. This was really good for just getting places clean.
I love these little ADHD podcast streams that we get to have where we clean something, because I'll admit it's really enjoyable to talk about stuff while my hands are busy, you know?
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Either way, join us on Discord, discord.gg/fantasysauce. The link is in the description below. If you haven't joined us there already, get on it. Come on. We miss you there.
We would love to have you.
We've had a seat with your name on it and everything.
Mm-hmm. And I would love to start posting more art there. So if I start seeing more people show up, I'll post more art there.
Hey, if you're an artist, you'll get special treatment there.
You know what? Actually, hang on. I think I might have something I'd like to post there. Hang on, let me see. I don't know if I've actually shared it before. It's one of my older pieces, but it's one that I'm really proud of.
If you want to see the art that she's about to share, consider joining our Discord. Also, we are on YouTube if you want to see our past streams. I do go to great lengths to make sure that those YouTube uploads are as high quality as possible. So if you are interested in seeing our past streams, you don't have to worry about them potentially being compressed to shit by YouTube. They are able to be watched in 4K, which gives you the best possible experience. Not to worry. That is also Fantasy Sauce on YouTube. You can just search for us, and I'm sure you'll find us, or it's youtube.com/@fantasysauce if you like typing stuff into the URL bar. And of course, for those of you watching this on YouTube, we're on Twitch. You can subscribe there. If you have a Twitch Prime sub, maybe drop it over here. Better than letting it go to waste, you know? Just give us Jeff Bezos' money. We'd love Jeff Bezos' money.
Yep, I just posted something on the art corner as well. It's one I made recently of chives. So
nice. So chives is chives in our Discord server? Quick check.
I don't know, actually.
Can we guilt trip chives into joining the Discord server?
No, we're not guilt tripping chives.
Please.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay, maybe later.
Chives is a good friend of mine.
We'll talk about it. All right, anyone. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your evening or day or morning, wherever you might be. And
thank you for watching, if indeed you still are.
We'll be back on Friday, where I assume we're just going to be continuing the era of Kerbal Space Program, where we get to send a deer person into orbit around various celestial bodies.
You can't hinder this hindering. We're going to space.
Yeah, apparently there's some sort of spacefaring ancient race that built stuff on the moon and other places, maybe, that we're going to be exploring. So check that out on Friday. Same great time, same great channel. Either way, have a great night, everyone. We'll see you then.
See you then.